Hello everyone, Rhea here. Today I want to share a few smart ways to use extra money. I know it's that time of year where you may be getting your annual raises, your bonuses from 2017, and of course, and if you're lucky, a tax refund. So I want to just share a few ways that you can really leverage that extra income to get ahead in life, whether it's this year or in future years. So I want to dive right in, but before I get to some of the ways to leverage this extra income, I want to share my story of my very first tax refund where I wasn't claimed as a dependent for my parents. So I was in college and I got to write off my tuition. And that meant I got a nice return, at least for a college student. I got over $1,000. Super excited. I didn't have debt. I didn't have anything crazy I needed to spend it on. So what did I do? Well, I went to the mall and I spent every dime. I spent my entire tax refund at the mall. I bought dresses, I bought shoes, I bought clothes, I bought anything you can think of. I bought lunch. I bought everything basically and wiped my account clean as far as that tax refund goes. And how I knew I spent too much was, this is crazy, even thinking back on it, I'm like, God, why did I do that? I had so many shopping bags of so much stuff that I bought, I threw away everything and I forgot to empty a bag, and I threw a dress away and it took me 2 days to realize it, and that was an $80 dress. So that's how I knew I spent too much, and that is, one thing that you shouldn't do when you get extra money. Don't go to the mall and spend it all and then throw the hard-earned stuff you bought away. But anyways, now I want to, get into smart ways to use your tax refund. Fortunately, I've grown throughout the years and I've used my tax refund or extra income, whatever, to pay off debt, to invest in my future, and to save. So I want to talk through a few ways that you can leverage extra income to get ahead financially. And the first way is pay off debt. I know it's boring and it's pay off debt. Everybody wants to get rid of debt and you don't want to leverage your income to do that, but it will make a difference, especially if you're paying interest on that debt. Just get it done with. Use whatever extra money you can to get rid of that debt, and just know that the longer your debt sits there and the longer it's sitting accruing interest, the more it's going to cost you. So as boring as it may be to leverage your tax refund or extra income to pay off debt, it's a smart move. Okay, another smart way to spend extra money, whether it's a bonus, a raise, or your tax refund, is to start or add to an emergency fund. So if you don't have an emergency fund or you don't know what it is, it's basically a reserve savings for an emergency. Now, how much should you have in your emergency fund depends on your situation. So if you have debt and you're diligently trying to pay down that debt, it's smart to have about $1,000 set aside for small emergencies. And well, you may be wondering, why should I have $1,000 in savings when I could be putting it towards debt? Well, if you're putting all of your money towards debt, what happens if your car breaks down or an unexpected expense comes up? You've used all your money to pay down your debt, and now you don't have a savings, so you likely have to rack up your debt again to cover this unexpected expense. So having $1,000 set aside for small emergencies while you're paying off debt is a great starting point. If you don't have debt, then you would want an emergency fund of 3 to 6 months worth of expenses. And that might not be enough for your tax refund or your bonus or your raise to cover that, but you can at least get started. So a smart way to use extra income: start or add to an emergency fund. Okay, another smart way to use extra income: get a high yield savings account. And I know I'm a broken record. Anyone who talks to me knows I love high yield savings accounts, which typically come from online banks. So Think Synchrony, Ally, American Express Bank, or Capital One 360. All of these banks offer high yield savings account, but they're online based. So it's a little harder to get to your money, I will admit, but it's worth it because the interest you earn on these accounts is significant. So if you don't believe me, just take a little bit of your extra income, open a high yield savings account, and then over the months, just watch how much interest you earn with that high yield savings versus your regular bank account, and then you'll know what I'm talking about. All right, another way to use extra income that you may come into is start a blog or a side hustle or a business. Use that money to make you more money in the future, which is always a good thing for yourself, your future, your success. I say start a blog because if you are trying to learn a new skill, if you are on your debt-free journey, or if you are trying to become a makeup artist or whatever you're trying to do, starting a blog and documenting your journey is a great way to hold yourself accountable and earn income. You know, as your blog grows and as you're consistent, you're going to get more traffic to it, and that's a great way to bring in money in the form of advertisements. So something to think about there. If you've been, contemplating starting a blog, just do it. Use the extra money to fund it, and you're good to go. And I also said start a business or a side hustle. So if you've been thinking about starting a business or selling something, whether online or in person, just do it. Use the extra money to invest in it. Invest in your future, invest in your success, and invest in something that's going to make you money in the future. It's a great way to use extra money right now. Okay, speaking of investing in your future, if you want to do things that may cost you right now but will ultimately end in a return, that's a great way to use extra money. So for example, you can take a class or learn a new skill. If there's something you've been dying to learn, use your extra money to pay for that class. Go to a local community college or take an online course. Whatever it is that you can do to enhance your skills is going to help you in the future. Now, you can also subscribe to lynda.com. They have a lot of great training videos. One thing to note on that, if you work for a company, you may get a free subscription, so just check into that. If you are trying to grow in your career, buy new clothes for work. I mean, your clothes say a lot about you, and if your work wardrobe has kind of been put on the back burner, just invest in a few quality pieces so you stand out on the job. And then lastly, hire a coach. If you are trying to lose weight, if you are trying to get your finances in order, whatever the case is, there's a coach for everything. And if you're not performing how you want to perform, a coach can help hold you accountable. So invest in your success, invest in your future, and hire a coach or seek help when learning something new. And it looks like Wesley does Uber. Uber is a great way to bring in extra income, and it really doesn't require much effort on your part. So Lyft, Uber, whatever transportation means you have in your city, definitely consider that. It's a great way to bring in extra money. And lastly, a smart way to use extra money that comes your way, invest it or save for your retirement. So retirement is likely years and years away, I know, but if you invest it now, your money will grow over time and it will grow on top of itself. So leverage any extra income you have right now to invest and make money for you in the future. Open an account with Betterment. I love them. They're a great online platform for trading and investing long term. Or open an IRA at your local Vanguard or Fidelity. Just do something to invest in your future. Okay, so I've said quite a few ways you can use money or use extra money the right way. One thing I want to say is if you do one or some or all of those things, that's great. But I will say you should hold a little for yourself. Get your hair done, get your nails done, buy yourself something nice, take your significant other out. Enjoy yourself just a little with that extra money because you worked hard for it. Life is too short to be so rigid, so enjoy yourself in moderation. Don't go crazy like I did and waste it all at the mall, but treat yourself a little bit because you do deserve it. And yeah, so those are all of my suggestions on smart ways to leverage extra bonuses, raises, income, refunds, whatever the case may be. Use extra money to your advantage. Now, I don't see any questions, but feel free to leave them in the comment section if you're watching this now or later. I will definitely be checking back in, but I also want to share that I created a free guide to give you more ideas on smart ways to use extra income. So I will link to that download in the comment section, and you can use it to your liking. All right, everyone. Well, thanks for watching. Thanks for joining in, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.